Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with the seniors and masters division. Only 10 carts on track at the moment. Still waiting on John Henry Vaughan to grace us with his presence on the track. I'm Sean Nopeshaw. I'll be taking you through the commentary in this seniors masters division. This is round 6, East London border karting track of Season 4 Online Karting League Africa. This is promising to be a very, very epic race. We've got a small, short, very fast-paced track. And if the juniors division race was anything to go by, we will be in for a treat. What an epic race we saw by the juniors only an hour ago. Fantastic drive from the youngsters. 10 carts on track from the juniors division. We've got 10, should have 12 carts. We're still waiting on John Henry Vaughan as well as Jude Stewart to join us. The guys are waiting for their power to come back online, thanks to a proudly sponsored load shedding by Eskom, so which is holding on. The guys have about 5 more minutes to join in time for qualifying, and then we'll get on to the qualifying bits and then see 12 carts go at it on such a small track. Let's quickly do a track preview of East London, and then we will get into the final minutes of the practice session. Right, first corner, we'll skip it on the start, so that is called I believe the S's, and then we're going to head over to Potters, is the corner number 4 on our map, in a back straight, and then into Butts Bend, and then the Screw, I believe, and then at the bottom, that is, I can't even read the handwriting of the guy that sent it to me. I just call it the hairpin at the bottom of the hill. That is a lap of East London or border karting. Elevation 6.35 meters. Such a nice track. It's got a very, very nice flow of it. Decent downhill run onto the hairpin, and then a proper uphill run all the way back onto the start finish. Turn number 1 will be skipped into the start of the race, and then lap 2 onwards we'll be using the S's or the chicane, which should make up for some promising racing. We are currently still following Guten Loopscher from Against All Odds Esports, or Against All Odds Racing, whatever you want to call it, representing the brand that is AAO. AAO is also the guys behind the scenes that works on OKLA. So yeah, Guten Loopscher presenting the brand, and then right behind him is Ruben Carstens running with the OKLA livery. Ruben Carstens is the guy behind making all these tracks, and a very, very good friend of us at OKLA or AAO. Ruben doing an absolute monster amount of work for us, helping us grow this brand. So yeah, shout out to Ruben, fantastic stuff. Tristan Duplessis, brother of Keenan Duplessis, older brother. Tristan is on his debut race tonight, and he's parking on the exit. Send it back to the pits. Then Jason Kutsia. Jason Kutsia on the hunt, trying to catch onto the back of Troy Dolenchek, who has had a clean sweep of divisional races so far this year. Jason Kutsia is going to try and get a stop onto the dominance of Troy Dolenchek. Behind him, William Marshall, Angry Racing, missing last race. He's still running the old Angry Racing livery, the old chassis rather. And then Lucas Sturming sporting the newer, the OTK chassis of the Angry Racing boys, and a beautiful kart that is. And then Sebastian Diaz sporting an OKLA livery there on an OTK chassis. And then behind him, Troy Dolenchek, the current leader of the championship. Clean sweep. He's gotten 25 points every single round of this year for the divisional races. Dominance by Troy Dolenchek. Then Mahir Waab is also joining us tonight. OTK chassis. Beautiful looking kart. only 10 or 11 guys on track at the moment on the server, and we're still waiting on the last guy, Jude Stewart, join us and pull up the last slot for tonight's event. East London border karting. What a cool track. 32 seconds a lap. So short, so quick, and let's see what the boys can do. Track has been online, or the server's been online for the last hour. The guys have been rubbering it and have been laying down a rubber by doing a lot of laps around the track. So that is going to be exciting to see the boys do their absolute best, and the track will continue to evolve as we go on. You'll see the rubber getting laid down. There's a lot of grip on the track, I can tell you that. Look at all this black rubber that's been put onto the track. You can see the racing line very clearly. And we should see some very, very good racing on that racing line though. You get off of that racing line, you'll lose a lot of grip. That is the nature of the simulator. Oh, if you get onto the grass, you'll lose a lot of... Oh, Quinton Loubser going sideways, just testing out a different line. Clearly not working for him. Mr. Du Plessis, as I said, debutant in his Lando Norris kart. He's from the 400 series, I believe. Tillotson or the F400 series. So another four-stroke gentleman joining us in the Online Karting League Africa. Welcome, Tristan, and I hope you have a fantastic race tonight. Jude's going to have to try and hurry and get into the qualifying session as soon as humanly possible. I hope he doesn't have a potato PC that's going to keep him winning the server. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. What are these guys racing for? They are, of course, racing. Each division champion is gonna get a mega hamper from Logitech South Africa, or Logitech G South Africa. That is a steering wheel and pedals. It's a mouse, a keyboard, a headset, and a big mouse pad sponsored by Logitech South Africa. So thank you again, Logitech, for getting involved this year, sponsoring the first round, which was Logitech G Swartkops, and handing out these fantastic goodies, giving us these goodies to hand out to each division champion. That's for the juniors, seniors, masters, as well as the pro league. So fantastic stuff. Qualifying has started, and we are now waiting on Jude Stewart still to make it into the server in time. Jude Stewart, the clock is absolutely ticking for him now, adding a lot of pressure. Who's the first guy out on track? Quinton Loubser was the first one to cross the line for the start of qualifying, was he? He's already got a nose cone dented in properly. That nose cone looks second hand by Quinton Loubser. Troy Dolenchek slowing down, trying to make a gap for him to get a proper qualifying lap in. Look, could you imagine 20 karts in the sim on this track? Wow. It already looks so busy with just 11 karts. And Jason Gutierrez not even out on track yet. Troy Dolenchek sets the pace. Oh no, he slowed down quite a lot. John-Henry Vaughan sets the pace. 32.810. Second hand nose cone there from John-Henry Vaughan as well. Lucas Sturman not putting in a good lap at all on his banking lap. Opening lap rather. But I would expect Dolenchek, you will be the first one to cross the line now to post the second set of laps, and I would expect this lap to be much quicker than the first one. Troy Dolenchek going to cross the line now. Oh, still off the pace there. Dolenchek 22 milliseconds behind John-Henry Vaughan, so it's still leading the pack. Is John-Henry Vaughan. Oh, Mark Pollard going into second place now. Mark Pollard with the RS kart, sporting the RS kart tonight. Beautiful car to see. If any of the RS kart guys are watching, please join us. We would love you guys to join the Online Karting League Africa and get involved. All you have to do is reach out to us. Go to the aaoesports.com website and you can get involved. Reach out to us via email or any of the social media channels and come enjoy the absolute epic racing that is. Troy Dolenchek has now gone quicker, as well as Lucas Sturman, as well as Quinton Loubser, all gone quicker in their third laps. 32.639 by Dolenchek. Two on-board lap with Dolenchek, and to see what kind of laps he can put on the board. Right into the ace as we go. Oh, very hard through around, going into the back straight. Butts bend, as they call it. Then I think it's the screw. And then this going uphill there. I think they call this one at the top here the rifle, which is essentially just a flat out corner, really. There we go. That was an onboard lap of border karting from Troy Dolenchek. Amazing lap there, Troy showing us. But William Marshall has got the fastest lap by some time. 32.414. While William Marshall coming out of nowhere, just posting the pole position lap so far. Visually, William Marshall's setting the pace. Can you believe that? I am absolutely stunned. Well done, William Marshall from Angry Racing. William Marshall's part of the real Angry Racing team. Does karting for them. And then Lucas Timmerman, Lucas Timmerman's part of the esports team, as well as Jude Stewart. He's not online as of yet, so Jude Stewart not going to make it into the session. Or is he going to leave it till the very, very last moment? William Marshall. And as I say that, Troy Dolenchek setting the pace once again. Taking away. The track is now evolving. The boys are settling in. The fuel's running lower. And they are all going to put down their fastest laps. Will continue evolving. Troy Dolenchek, another lap. Has he gone quicker this time around? Not this time around. Quinton Loubser? Not this time either. But we see Mark Pollard, Lucas Timmerman on exactly the same lap time. Interesting there to see the boys, but Jason Kutsia hasn't graced us with a lap as of yet. Where is Jason Kutsia? He's on the track now. He's going to leave it for the last 5 minutes. See, he waited for everybody to lay down the rubber. Not sure if that's a smart move because Troy Dolenchek going sideways there. Go back to pits, you'll lose time because you have a heavier cart with more fuel load in it. Big setup that is, so the guys can't take out fuel. They have to run it with 9 liters worth of fuel. So now let's see. Jason Kutsia on what seems to be his first flying lap. The other one was 5.8 seconds off the pace, so not really a lap to talk about. Jason Kutsia is now going to come around into the hairpin at the bottom of the hill onto the main circuit. Uphill we go now. Jason Kutsia is going to be able to go quicker with his lap. I believe he will. That lap doesn't seem half bad at all. Jason Kutsia only goes 0.6 off the pace, not fast enough to be any form of a threat. Mark Pollard crossing the line now as well. Still his lap time is the same. Quinton Loubser, is he going to be able to get any quicker? That remains to be seen. Where on earth is Jude? Jude Stewart has not made it onto the server as of yet, which is very, very unfortunate. Let's have a look at those times. So Lucas Timmerman has improved on his time. He's gone up 1 place into 4th place against Mark Pollard. John Henry Vaughan right behind him, trying to get a better lap in. Look at how tight this is. Half a second separating 1 to 9. So it's very, very tight. It is a small track, so half a second is a huge gap though. Oh, John Henry Vaughan getting a proper tow from Lucas Timmerman up here. Oh, he pushes Tristan Plessis out wide. That will not improve Vaughan's lap at all. God, looks really second-hand on that nose cone bent and dented in. Oh, he pushes Lucas Timmerman out wide. Not ideal for Lucas Timmerman. Saving a groundsman some time for the next week. Not having to cut the grass again. Absolutely chaotic qualifying. So many lap times just keep tumbling down as the track continues to evolve. The boys lay down a rubber on track. Tristan du Plessis not being able to get within the lap times of the boys in front. Tristan du Plessis is of course a debutant tonight, so he's still learning the sim. He's still trying to get quicker, and he's got a lot of pace that he needs to find if he wants to be competitive against these guys. Nonetheless, we are so happy to see more names pop up. Juniors had 4 new drivers tonight. We've got 1 new driver by the seniors division, and hopefully we continue to see the boys come back and enjoy online karting league. So Troy Dolenchek has improved on his lap once again. He's 32.268. absolutely mega lap times from Troy. Troy now seems like he's taking a slower start out of the exit. He's going to now pump in another good lap. Let's follow Troy Dolenchek for a lap of border karting. Climbing all over that curbs. Troy, 2 wheels. Dolenchek, as it stands, he's just going 2 wheels everywhere we see him. Onto the back straight we go. Slam the brakes and throw that kart into the corner. Very neat through there. Going down to the airport at the bottom of the hill now. Troy Dolenchek seems like he's got a good lap on offer there. It seems nice and clean. What is he going to do when he crosses that line? Troy Dolenchek, 1 minute to go. Doesn't improve on that lap, but it looked very good though. Mark Pollard going to cross the line now. Not improving on his lap. And now we're going to follow John Henry Vaughan. Will he be able to improve on his lap? He's 3/10 off the pace. Yep. And Jason Kutsia still half a second off the pace. Here we go, Jude Stewart. Making it in onto the server with a minute to go. He's not even going to be able to do qualifying. Jude Stewart is going to get into the swing of things. Bottom corner is called Tidal. Okay, thank you, Eli Fagara, for informing me. I'll just still call it happen up until I actually memorize the names and get that into my head. Let's just see if Judy's actually in. Not yet, still sinking. Everybody's going to be able to get one more lap in while the guys start now. Yeah, Eli, I'll reach out to you in the next couple of days to get all the names. So when we do the Pro League, I'll get all the names memorized and under the belt, which will be next week. Pro League, exciting times coming. Jude make it in. Jude did make it in, guys. I'm super excited about that. Jude did make it in. Everybody's now going to finish their laps. Troy Dolenchek is still on a lap, so he can improve, but doesn't seem like anybody's going to take away from Troy Dolenchek. Nobody's improved on their final laps across the line. Dolenchek finishes. The only guy out on track now is Wahab. Nope. Wahab has also gone into the pits. Epic qualifying, guys. Let's have a quick look at who placed where for the qualifying. Troy Dolenchek leading the way once again. No shock there. 32.268. William Marshall, 32.494. It's a very surprising result there for me by William Marshall. Amazing stuff. William Marshall getting himself up into second place. Then Sebastian Diaz, 32.523. Then John Henry Vaughan, fifth. Lucas Sturman, Quentin Loubser, Mark Pollard, 2 cousins side by side. Ruben Carstens, Jason Kutsia, very far out of place in my humble opinion. Mahir Wahab, Tristan Duplessis, and then at the back with a no time set is Jude Stewart. Hopefully the boys remember that you have to go straight on the start of this race. Waiting for the boys to get onto the track so we can get into the pre-final. I believe it is 17 laps pre-final. More laps this time as usual. Normally the final is 17 laps, but because this track is so much smaller than the rest, I had to add extra laps to compensate for that. Right. Sebastian Diaz now joining us on the grid. Thank you, Sebastian. Well, I'm so excited for this, guys. 12 karts on track. Oh, William, what are we doing, guys? William Marshall getting so excited there for no reason. And just decided I'm going to head off and start. Just want to have a look here. Lucas Sturman is currently in sync. Right, Luca is back and is on the grid. Exciting times going into the first lap of border karting at East London. Just going to have the overlay on just so I can see if this chat lines up ready if somebody disconnects. Go to the start sequence. We'll get rid of most of the overlays. Get into the racing. There we go. Start sequence. It is time for us to get going. We are waiting. The boys are all throttle and brake together, burning out these engines. And it's lights out and away we go. Troy Dolenchek, William Marshall, Sebastian Diaz, everybody getting a good start. Johnny Vaughan up into 4th place there, getting himself ahead of... Oh, down the inside goes Sebastian Diaz and Johnny Vaughan pushing William Marshall all the way out there. Oh, William Marshall, who's that? That's Lucas Sturman going off at the back there. That's unfortunate. Oh, and then sideways goes Jude Stewart spinning out, collecting another cart. Innocent bystanders being taken out unnecessarily. And very unfortunate there. Now it's a battle between Sebastian Diaz and Troy Dolenchek though. There's a gap there. There's a battle behind him. Mark Pollard is going to go around the outside. No, Jason Coetzee is going to go down the inside into the chicane of Mark Pollard, securing himself a position there, moving up a couple places. Already in 5th place is Jason Coetzee. Mega start. Quinton Loubser going down the inside of Mark Pollard. Cousin passing there. And then, oh, Troy Dolenchek goes sideways there against Sebastian Diaz. Oh, it's chaos in the front. Well, I need to select the right people here. William Marshall moving himself back up into 2nd place. I really hope it didn't cut the track there to get a time penalty. Look at all these time penalties popping up. We will not be able to keep up with all these. William Marshall's got a mega time penalty, I believe. A couple time penalties by William Marshall already, so that's putting him out of the hunt. But first is still maintained by Troy Dolenchek. William Marshall's going to try and send it. No, don't send it, William Marshall. That's not ideal. Troy Dolenchek is being hunted by William Marshall. Around the outside is William Marshall there trying for a moment. Oh, Quinton Loubser collects Johnny Vaughan at the back. They did manage to survive. Quinton Loubser lifting his hand saying sorry about that. Or William Marshall's going to try and go down the inside, around the outside of the chicane. Not going to be the fastest route. And now Sebastian Diaz is going to send it down the inside of Troy Dolenchek. Sebastian Diaz gets himself up into 1st place, ahead of Troy Dolenchek, and Jason Coetzee moves up another place as well. What's happening? Troy Dolenchek all being shunted by Jason Coetzee there, unfortunately taken out by Troy Dolenchek. Now down the inside. Troy Dolenchek moves himself up into 2nd place. William Marshall's now going to try and get past Troy Dolenchek. What happened in the last couple laps? Crazy. My jaw's actually in pain with all this shouting. Crazy stuff here by the boys going now down the inside. He's going to go. Troy Dolenchek on. Oh, William Marshall's going to go with him. Pushing Sebastian Diaz out, losing a lot of places there. Sebastian Diaz. Troy Dolenchek leading now by following very closely by William Marshall. William Marshall's mega quick tonight. Wow, where is the space coming from? William Marshall. These guys are on fixed setup, so it's crazy to see this mega pace from William Marshall all over the back of Dolenchek. Oh, Dolenchek going a little bit two-wheelers over those curves. Doesn't want to do that. Marshall's now hunting down Troy Dolenchek. Amazing stuff. Oh, down the inside goes William Marshall over Troy Dolenchek again. William Marshall sends it late. Dolenchek is now going to go on the outside into the hairpin at the bottom of the hill. Up here we go. Oh, go around the outside. Wow, crazy stuff. What is happening here? Marshall celebrating, having so much fun on track. Amazing stuff here from the drivers up in front of the field. It's now Dolenchek, Marshall, Sebastian Diaz, Johnny Vaughan catching up to the back of this as well. These guys have completely different lines around these corners, and around certain corners it pays off for each of them. Getting closer now is Sebastian Diaz. Gonna brake a little bit earlier for the hairpin to get a better exit. Is gonna go uphill now and fight all the way through. Troy Dolenchek does seem like he's got some kind of problem under that, or in that simulator, because Marshall is all over the back of him. Marshall, you don't want to climb over the grass too much. Get some dirty tires. Marshall, Diaz, Vaughan again. Once again, another close battle between 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Oh, cutback coming here from Sebastian Diaz over Troy Dolenchek. Now Johnny Vaughan's getting into the action, now moving himself up. Oh, he's going to run wide there and going back into 4th place. Look at this. My. Two more drivers joining the front hunt. Lucas Sturman, Quinton Loubser now all part of this fight. William Marshall leading the way. I'm going to go down further here because Quinton Loubser, Lucas Sturman is having a proper battle at this. Guys, this is crazy racing between all these boys. and Mega to watch as it stands. 6-way battle for the lead. We have gone halfway in this pre-final. No points to be scored in the pre-final. It's all about positioning to get yourself a fantastic start in the final. Lucas Sturman, Quinton Loubser still trying to catch onto the back of this battle. Up in the front, Troy Dolenchek is still being hounded by Sebastian Diaz, and he's trying to hunt down William Marshall in the front of the pack as it stands. Marshall, Dolenchek breaking away from Sebastian Diaz, who's breaking away from John Henry Vaughan. Now defensive driving from Marshall. Dolenchek's going to go around the outside, trying a cut back there. No, he's going to drive around the outside. Nope. And defended by Marshall. Late defense. Still on the outside is Dolenchek, pushing Marshall out to the outside, going on the inside of the uphill battle. Now it's all about who's got the momentum. Dolenchek's got the momentum. Sidepod shuffle there by Marshall. Now into the back of these two guys. Diaz and Vaughan comes into play again. Right behind him. Oh, Quinton Loubser fell off at the back there. Quinton Loubser's not part of this battle at the moment. Three-way battle rather. Oh, late on the braking there. John Henry Vaughan moves himself up into third place. Sebastian Diaz loses a place. He's got Lucas Sturman all over the back of him, who sends it late down the inside. Cut back by Sebastian Diaz at the back there. Diaz got the momentum for the uphill battle. Diaz telling Luca, oh, come on, let's not fight. Let's catch the boys in front. We've got lap 12 of 17. We don't want to lose too much. Where on earth is my mouse? I can't click. Crazy battle between the first 5, almost 6 drivers up in front. Jason Goodsteel's still trying to catch onto the back of these guys. Not there as of yet. But look at the pace of the top 6 guys. They are actually on their way to lap the back 3 guys on the track at the moment. So that is insane. We have a disqualification from Tristan Duplessis. We have a retirement from Mark Pollard. I did a disqualification. Too many offences by down the inside goes John Henry Vaughan. Tristan Duplessis got a too many offences penalty. So too many cutting will get you disqualification. That is the first time in my life that I see that, so that's crazy. Lucas Sturman has gotten himself ahead of Sebastian Diaz. Now coming into play is Quinton Loubser. But again, the battle up front here. William Marshall, John Henry Vaughan. Lap 14 of 17, absolutely chaos. Guys, if this pre-final is so crazy, I don't want to know what's going to happen in the final where it all counts. And down the inside goes John Henry Vaughan, or loses a position to William Marshall rather. Trying to do a cutback. Now trying to drive around the outside of Marshall. Not happening. Dolenchek leading the way, breaking away now. Absolutely epic driving from these guys. Well done, gents. Super proud to be commentating. This is amazing stuff from the guys, and this is Fritz, that's Mark Pollard commenting on the YouTube channel. Epic driving. Oh, that's a cut there from William Marshall, who pushes out John Henry Vaughan, and that will probably take him out of the race completely. That is not ideal. William Marshall did a cutback, but cut the track at the same time and took John Henry Vaughan out and sent him into the bushes. Not ideal there, but okay, let's follow Quinton Loubser, Sebastian Diaz at the moment. Nope. Right in front of them, William Marshall, Lucas Sturman now, another set of Angry Racing drivers. The Angry Racing boys don't want to leave each other on track. They're leaving nothing out there, taking each other out if they can to get themselves up a position. Lap 16 of 17, Troy Dolenchek will start the final lap in just a moment. The battle is for second place. Well, I don't know who's in second and third because of all these time penalties on the track. But Marshall's got the on-track lead at the moment from Sturman, while the lead is still belonging to Troy Dolenchek, leading the way 4.5 seconds after the most epic opening 10 laps of this race. Dolenchek leading the way and catching up to back markers. He doesn't want to be catching them too much. Right behind him, William Marshall, Lucas Sturman, Jason Kutsia, no, not Jason Kutsia's, because he doesn't have these amount of time penalties. So it's Marshall's, Sturman, Diaz, Loubser, then Jason Kutsia. Here we go. Over the line goes Troy Dolenchek. Then Lucas Sturman will go into second place with Sebastian Diaz third. No, Jason Kutsia in third. Will continue shuffling because of all these time penalties. Absolutely chaotic race, guys. That was amazing stuff from these guys. A lot of side pass thumping, as I say, rubbing is racing, but my word, I'm not sure all of that was legal. These guys took each other. I didn't think I'll see this amount of overtaking on a track like this. It's so narrow, so fast and twisty, but the guys really stuck in there and just sent it all the way. You could swear these guys are all postmen with the amount of stamps they were licking and sending it. Amazing stuff from these boys. Great pre-final, epic pre-final, and I'm so excited to see this final on display. Great driving, guys. Now to get the two guys that were disqualified and retired from the race back into it. Guys, it is worth noting it shouldn't be cutting the track. All those time penalties adding up will get you disqualified. The race. Race is over. We're going to give the guys just a minute to catch their breath. I definitely need a minute to catch my breath, but look at all these time penalties. I have not seen so many time penalties in a race. This is insane. We'll be very busy with post-race reviews. I'm fairly certain of that. There's a whole lot of time penalties. Wow. Well, we'll see what happens, guys. Let's have a quick look at the results. Troy Dolenchek taking the victory there in the pre-final. No shock at all. Troy Dolenchek has been clean sweeping this entire series in the divisional races. Lucas Sturman second, Jason Kutsia, Sebastian Diaz, William Marshall, Quentin Loubser, John Henry Vaughan in 7th, Mahir Wab, Jude Stewart, Ruben Carstens, and then the retired and disqualified driver, Mark Pollard and Tristan Duplessis at the back there. 22 seconds worth of penalties for Ruben Carstens, 18 seconds for Marshall, 18 seconds for John Henry Vaughan. So there's a lot of time penalties. All right, let's get into the swing of the final, guys. That was epic. Let's see what the boys can put on offer for us tonight for this final race. Tristan Duplessis is going to have another go at this debutant here, first race. Hopefully Tristan enjoys this a lot and he comes back for more. It is a very, very daunting task to come up against these seniors and masters drivers. These guys are quick. They are mega quick aliens in some of these boys, so it's not easy to go against them for your first time. That's so I can see where the next set of penalties come from. That was crazy. Okay, everybody's on track. What if we can do a start like this? Names away. 12 cards on grid. We are waiting for everybody to get on there. I think they are. Start sequence. We are now going to get into the start of this race. All the guys are, you can see the two-stroke oil popping out of these tires. It's right on, and away we go. Away everybody gets pretty good there. Slow start at the back, I see from Wab, it seems. A clean start from the first 5 guys. Down the inside goes Marshall. Right, chaotic start into the first corner we go. Lucas Sturman's going to send it down the inside of Marshall. They're going to try and get 2 positions. Oh, it takes Jason Kutsia out. Can Jason Kutsia and Lucas Sturman just stay away from each other in one single race? Is it even possible? It doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, Mark Pollard's going to send it down the inside, down the hairpin, taking 2 guys out along with him. Not an ideal start there. Lucas Sturman out. Jason Kutsia out at the back of the pack for them. Oh, Tristan Duplessis spins around again. Not a great start from the boys there, unfortunately. Scruffy start, but the boys need to settle now in and get into the stride of things. Troy Dolenchek leading the way. Angry Racing 2 and 3. And then behind them will be Sebastian Diaz from Squadra Course. Mahir Wab moved himself up into 5th place, so that's a good clean start from Wab. Chaotic start behind him Most of the guys taking each other out, which isn't ideal. Oh no, John Henry Vaughan goes over the S's there. That's going to reward him with an absolutely unfortunate 2-second time penalty, I believe. See a lot of time penalties in that first lap. Look at all those time penalties pop up. So the first set of 6-second time penalties will be for going straight on the first lap, which will all automatically be removed. Everything after that is time penalties because the guys aren't following the track where they should be. Right, Dolenchek leading the way. John Henry Vaughan then. John Henry Vaughan's got a big time penalty there. Oh, another 2 seconds. Okay. Somebody got a 10-second. Mark Pollard driving across the entire track. I think Mark Pollard thought he was driving the main circuit there for a moment and realized, nope, I'm driving the wrong way. But that is what it is. William Marshall in third. Sebastian Diaz, Lucas Sturman, Quinton Loubser, the first of the two Masters drivers, Masters Division, over 30 years of age, driving in with the seniors to have some fun and get some great track time. Loubser finding himself in 5th place as it stands. 6 if we look at the track, but there's time penalties. The guys around automatically because of time penalties. Mahir Wahab after him. Jason Kutsia very far out of place, in my opinion. Got taken out now again in the second race, so Jason Kutsia has got a lot of work to do, get himself into the hunt here and move up a couple positions if he wants to score good points tonight. Jude Stewart got in with the dying moments of qualifying, so not a lot of track time for the day. Just learns the track as he got into the service, so not great for. Oh, we see Jason Kutsia spinning out there. Oh, Jason Kutsia had a big moment spinning out there. That's very unfortunate there for Jason Kutsia. Let's just have a look here. John Henry Vaughan got more time penalties, it seems. Oh, some of these guys has been racking up the time penalties like there's no tomorrow. And that is very unfortunate for the seniors drivers because I have no idea how to follow this timesheet as it stands. But if we look at where everybody is on track, William Marshall goes wide, going off the track there, rejoining. Now he's got Lucas Sturman coming down the inside. Quinton Loubser is going to be right behind him, going to try and get past him as well. Lucas Sturman, William Marshall, Quinton Loubser now. Going to have a right old battle as William Marshall's tires are proper dirty. You can see him fight that kart all the way uphill now to the start finish. Quinton Loubser is all over him into the chicane. Oh, Quinton Loubser touches the inside of that cone, which just made him spin there for a second, and that will take him out of the contention completely, and a lot of time lost there. It was one of the more chaotic starts to a race I've seen in a while. Everybody took each other out, which isn't ideal, but there we go. Troy Dolenchek, Sebastian Diaz is in second place according to the timing sheets. John Henry Vaughan is still in second if I just look at the on-track racing, but there's a lot of time penalties popping up here. But what we will do is we'll interview the guys that crossed the line first, second and third, excluding all the time penalties. It's something that we'll have to review post-race. It is one of those things and there's nothing we can do about that. But my guys, what epic racing are we seeing on track? I see a battle here. Oh, it's Ruben Carstens has got a nose cone lying somewhere on the track. Oh, Mark Pollard clips the outside of the track, spinning out there, collecting Ruben Carstens, unfortunately. Mark Pollard not having the greatest of outings. Troy Dolenchek lapping these boys already. Mark Pollard retiring from this race. He's having none of this. He said, get me out of here. I'm done with this. I can't get my kart to stay on the track, unfortunately. Mark Pollard out of the race. Ruben Carstens has been lapped by Troy Dolenchek, still leading the way by a very, very healthy margin. Then John Henry Vaughan with a healthy amount of penalties, or unhealthy amount of penalties rather, in second place. And then right behind him will be Sebastian Diaz. Amy is saying, enjoying the racing. You should have seen the pre-final. It was absolutely epic. Crazy start to the final, which set up a huge amount of field spread there, unfortunately. Which is very unfortunate. But yeah, if you guys want to get involved, go to www.aaoesports.com. get yourself a membership to Against All Odds, and that grants you access to all the OKLA tracks and updated body kits, etc. And you can then join in on the league. We only have one more round for the year to do, which will be Formula K. Formula K, that should be very, very epic. But see here. Formula K is going to be an epic race. That will be in September, I believe. August will be skipped because of some nationals in South Africa's karting scene. Rock and Rotax, I believe. So we'll do our final race in September. And that's not the end of the racing for the year. We're going to have some special events. We are currently looking at hosting an international event. Join up with the karting community in the UK. So South Africa versus the UK boys. That should be a very fun event that we're going to host later this year. Still in talks with that community. Quintalopsha Mahir Wab is now having a proper go at this. Quintalopsha's going to send it down the inside. Oh, Wab goes sideways there. Lopsha is very opportunistic there. Getting himself up a position, lifting his hand, saying, thank you, buddy. I'm getting out of your way. Well, you are getting out of my way, rather. I'm going on my merry way. Quintalopsha moved himself up. And then behind him, let's see. Huge Stewart is having a battle with Jason Kutsia on track as it stands. Jason Kutsia is not having the greatest of evenings at the moment. Not ideal at all. But yeah, like I was saying, we're going to have a special event later this year with the guys from Virtual Kart UK. And hopefully that will open up the door for some more international racing with OKLA. That should be very exciting, so stay tuned. Keep an eye on that. Dolenchek needs to get himself past Tristan Du Plessis, who's moved out of the way of Dolenchek. He's now just left Tristan Du Plessis there. Dolenchek going onto two wheels again. Troy Dolenchek, this isn't MX Bikes, this is Kart Racing Pro. Keep it onto four wheels, otherwise you will flip your kart and get yourself out of the race. A one-way ticket to an early shower. You don't want to be doing that. Troy Dolenchek leading the way once again. Again, like I've said in the past, Troy Dolenchek is the absolute definition of domination in this league. He's clean swept every single round, first, all the way. Dolenchek is definitely the champion of this league. There's no ways for him to lose this now. I think even with a disqualification, he can still win it. He's just literally gotten 25 points from each and every race. So Troy Dolenchek, ladies and gentlemen, as it stands, will be your champion. There's no stopping this guy at the moment. So absolutely crazy stuff, and amazing to watch somebody with so much finesse in a simulator, so clean, so quick, and so consistently quick that even when he makes a mistake and he loses a position, it doesn't take him long to get up into the leading spots again. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is Troy Dolenchek checking out with the league once again. 5 seconds the gap. Well, the gap's not that big to John Henry Vaughan behind him, but John Henry Vaughan has found himself with about 50,000 seconds worth of penalties. John Henry Vaughan spun out there at the back, and he's lost on-track positions now to Sebastian Diaz and Lucas Sturman, as well as William Marshall's now going to hound him and hunt him down. Right behind John Henry Vaughan is William Marshall now. Marshall driving the older Angry Racing kit compared to the newer body kit from Angry Racing by John Henry Vaughan and Lucas Sturman. But here we go, guys. Now William Marshall, John Henry Vaughan, the battle has heated up again. We've got something to talk about. What will these guys put on offer for us? Angry Racing all over this track at the moment. Lucas Sturman, John Henry Vaughan, William Marshall, Jude Stewart. Jude Stewart, unfortunately, lapped down, no? Marshall has already fallen off the pace again. Marshall's not making a good spectacle of this. Come on, Marshall, I need you to pick up the speed. We want to get excited. This is such a long race. Well, 25 laps this is a lot longer than what we initially thought it would be. It is such a short track, though. Oh, Tristan Du Plessis has bumped the Sebastian Diaz there for a moment, unfortunately. Okay, he got out of the way there again. Oh, that could have been so bad. Tristan Du Plessis accepting fate, getting out of the way completely and letting the front runners get by him very quickly. Oh, collecting Marshall's Du Plessis there. Oh, wow, he survived. Wow, he managed to survive there. That was crazy there, but Du Plessis trying his utmost best to get out of the way. Marshall, John Henry Vaughan, once again. Actually, it's Diaz, Sturman, Vaughan, Marshall all getting close to each other on track now, with Troy Dolenchek almost half a lap ahead of everybody else, not caring that there's battles on track. He's checking out in front, having none of this battle at all. Quinton Loubser having a race on his own there, catching up to Tristan Du Plessis. Marshall, Vaughan now getting close to each other. Right now, this is heating up. 2 more laps to go. William Marshall, John Henry Vaughan getting closer every lap to each other. Oh no, Marshall going 2 wheels, catching his cart. Absolutely amazing catch there by William Marshall and racing like nothing happened at all. Epic stuff there from Marshall. Lucas Sturman, John Henry Vaughan, William Marshall now very close to each other with 2 laps to go. Epic stuff from Marshall. Well done, Boyke. Marshall is now all over the back of John Henry Vaughan. He's going to send it down into the chicane. Wow, crazy place to take a passing opportunity. Marshall got so excited with that 2-wheel racing that he thought, well, I've got all the confidence in the world to send it into a corner that I shouldn't be. Amazing stuff, Marshall, and very good awareness by John Henry Vaughan. Just get out of the way of that. Marshall is on a charge. Amazing stuff. Dolenchek has started the final lap. Not going to move over to Dolenchek as of yet. We just want to keep an eye on this battle. Oh, John Henry Vaughan disappeared off the track there. What happened? Did he have a lag spike and got disconnected? Oh, he got disqualified. Too many offenses for time penalties. John Henry Vaughan, unfortunately, out of the race because of all the time penalties. Sebastian Diaz, all right. Oh, Troy Dolenchek already won and flipped it post this start-finish line. Then Sebastian Diaz is going to cross the line in 2nd place with Lucas Sturman and William Marshall taking the race to the line. Quinton Loubser in 5th place. Then Ruben Karstens crosses, but he's a lap down. So is Tristan Du Plessis. Jason Coetzee getting himself up into 5th place because of all the time penalties. Guys, what an epic race that was. Silver will most likely crash when this finishes. Troy Dolenchek taking the victory with a 11-second gap. And then the server crashes, as we have realized. And then Sebastian Diaz and Lucas Sturman, epic racing. And William Marshall, William Marshall had an absolute belter of a race. Drive of the day in that scenario. Caught that cart on 2 wheels. He caught that cart on 2 wheels and still had enough speed to catch onto the back of John Henry Vaughan and battle it out. Epic driving there. I just wanted to open this so we can at least have a background while we do the post-race interviews with all the boykies. Guys, if you didn't know this, look here, we've got waves. There's waves in the background. It's actually working. What an epic race night we had. Beautiful track. And we are just going to go to take it like this. AAEsports.com, border karting. Absolutely epic racing. Let's get the boys in to... let's just get Luca. We are now joined by Lucas Sturman. Luca, epic racing. You had a proper battle. It seemed like you had a horrible start to your final, and then you managed to pull it back by quite a margin, and then you had a lot to do behind you with William Marshall, John Henry Vaughan coming back at you. Marshall was at some point into the first corner on 2 wheels, catching onto the back of John Henry Vaughan, and then he had a proper battle with you to the finish. Talk us through your race. It seems like there was a lot happening.
Yeah, it was absolutely, it was quite chaos tonight, Shane. Quali went all right. I think tonight was like definitely to be in a good slip to get a good time. So yeah, I think for the start I literally misjudged my braking mark and I literally went right to the back and I had to like fight. And then I think with all the time penalties, I managed to start second in the final. And then going into turn one, Jay's come alongside and then tried to pass him back, but I didn't mean to punt him off. I don't know. I felt maybe someone from behind pushed me and then pushed me into Jason, and yeah, from there I had to just put May down and perhaps just bank as much points. But again, sorry, I didn't mean to take Jason out like that. But I think it was just chaos with the back markers and all these time penalties. But yeah, well done to the other guys. It was I think the pre-final was quite tense in that. So yeah,
Yeah, the pre-final
hopefully.
was absolutely epic. A lot of epic racing.
Yeah.
I think the first 10 laps it was 6 guys battling it out. So crazy. Yeah, again, well done. Third place for you. Unofficially, obviously, I'm fairly certain there'll be a lot of penalty reviews. So yeah, but in any case, well done. Great driving from you, and that banks you a P3 unofficially. That is. All right, let's pull in Sebastian Diaz. Sebastian Diaz, second place on the track for you. It was chaotic racing from all the guys. It seemed like a lot of you guys lost a lot of pace in the start of the race, fell back by a whole lot of incidents. But it seemed like you managed to get yourself back up into the swing of things. A lot of time penalties from everybody all over the track, but second place for you. Talk us through your race evening.
Yeah, so I didn't. I only found out yesterday actually that I had the race today, so I didn't have enough as much time as I was expecting to practice. And then by the time we got to practice, I was consistently 6 tenths off. Then I managed to get toe from Luca, and then I got to see what he was doing, so that helped me get quite a lot of pace. And my quali wasn't too bad, but I managed to get out alone and find some space on track just to get my own times. Then the pre-final, I had a good start, and then it was mainly me, William, and Troy. We had a nice battle, which was actually nice because then Troy couldn't get away for once, which I was actually kind of surprised about. And then the final, I didn't have the best of starts. I think I dropped down to sixth by by turn four, which was the first corner. And then I saw Luca and Jason Tookie spun into each other, and then I nearly got taken out when Luca came back across the circuit. But then after that, I managed to get into a rhythm, managed to get no off tracks or anything, and then I managed to hold on. And then when the back markers came into play, I nearly got taken out because I got up next to him coming out of the corner, and then he moved over right into me, and I nearly got spun out by him.
Yeah, we saw that on stream. It was very unfortunate, but luckily you survived. So again, from my side, Sebastian Diaz, well done. Second place for you. Obviously, there will be a lot of penalty reviews, so we can say unofficially in second place. But you had a great drive tonight, and yeah, well done. We'll hopefully see you next week for Pro League.
Thank you.
All right, we have now joining us on the top step once again, Troy Dolenchek. It didn't go all your way in the pre-final. It seemed like there was a lot of battling on track. The first 10 laps of that pre-final was actually epic. It was first was 4 carts battling out, then we had 6 carts battling it out. Talk us through your pre-final, and then the final. It seemed like when you got away, it was no looking back from there.
Yeah, Shad, like you said, obviously the pre-final was quite incredible. Racing was really good. I think, like you said, I think there were about six or seven carts dicing for the lead, which was really awesome to see. And I think that the track made for good racing, obviously with quite a lot of slipstream from the last corner up into the S's, and then down into the first corner. So that was obviously really cool to see. With a lot of guys changing positions, especially from about third to seventh, that was really cool. And then I think John Henry started getting up to the front, and then I saw he was obviously really quick, so I tried to just get away towards the end of the pre-final, which I was able to do. And then I tried to see if I could just try and break the slip from the beginning in the final, because I knew if John Henry and Luca all hung on and Jason hung on in the beginning, it was going to be chaos. So I tried to just get away in the beginning, which I did, which was obviously really cool. Yeah, but really kiff track and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, just a question from my side. What do you think of this track in general? It's none of us have raced there in real life because border karting isn't really used in the national circuit by at all at the moment. So yeah, what do you think of it? It felt like it was such a nice flowing quick track. It's short, but it seemed pretty fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. Quite difficult to learn in the beginning, but yeah, once you get the hang of it, it's got a really nice flow, and once you get into the rhythm, it's really epic.
All right, cool. Thank you, Troy, for those words. And again, ladies and gentlemen, Troy Dolanchek is the winner. And if my calculations are correct, Troy should be the champion again from Online Karting League Africa Season 4. But there's still one more race to go at, next week we first have to do the Pro League. So that's round 6 Pro League for us next week. So don't forget to join in on that, guys. It's going to be absolutely epic. 20 carts, hopefully, on this track. Senior carts, open setup, rolling starts. What else do we have? We have qualifying shootout, 5 carts at a time. Only 3 laps that they can do in qualifying. So absolutely amazing. Tune in next week. And then little over a month later, we'll be at Formula K for the final race of Online Karting League Season 4. But that is not the end of it for us, guys. We will be hosting a couple special events during the year, collaborate with some of the international communities to bring them into what we do, and we go to what they do and enjoy some racing on other tracks, and some of the international guys come and enjoy what we do. And then, yeah, we'll see you guys next week for another epic night of racing. And, yeah, that's it from my side. I was Sean Nopesha I am still Sean Nopesha, I'm still Sean Nopesha. I enjoyed this racing, and I enjoyed it, hopefully entertaining you guys tonight on stream. And we will see you guys next week for what promises to be an epic Pro League Round 6. Cheers, guys.